Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below, and turn on notifications as well by clicking on that bell icon. Now, deadline passes for DOJ to turn over unredacted Comey memos to the Congress. On Sunday, House Judiciary Chairman Representative Bob Goodlatte told Maria Bartiromo on Sunday Morning Futures that the House was ready to take action against the DOJ if the requested Comey memos from the FBI were not turned over. Representative Bob Goodlatte says, "We don't have the documents yet. We don't have access to the documents, but I believe we will have them very soon based upon the discussions that we're undertaking. If we do not, we are prepared to take additional steps, and I believe that the people in the administration very much want to have Congress to get these documents so that we can A, conduct our investigation, but also B, recognize the right of the Congress and the American people to have access to information so that these investigators, this oversight, can be conducted." Now, the documents were already passed by Comey to the media, but Congress does not have a copy yet. Congress needs to impeach these DOJ crooks. Now, on Monday night, the deadline passed, and the Sessions Department of Justice had still not turned over the unredacted Comey memos to congressional investigators.
Justice missing a major deadline by top House Republicans to release the memos of former FBI Director James Comey that detailed his meetings with President Trump.
But do the American people have the right to know what is in these memos? Here now to weigh in is constitutional attorney Ed Pasquale. Thank you for joining us this morning. So what do you think? Should we be able to see the memos?
Public should definitely see these memos. We've got Jim Comey going around on his book tour, A Higher Loyalty. Let's make the higher loyalty to the public and public disclosure of these memos. Congress's next step should be to ask Rosenstein to come to Congress, either with the memos or an explanation why not.
Okay, what exactly do you think is in these memos that is so necessary for the people to see? What is it that we're all waiting to get out of this?
You know, it's not a question of what I think's in the memos. Clearly, it forms the basis of some of the claims in Comey's book about conversations he had with the president at various points. And so, while you have Jim Comey going around the nation on national television talking about his conversations with the president, I believe that Congress and ultimately the public have the right to see the basis of Jim Comey's notes. After all, they are DOJ, FBI materials. They're government materials.
Yeah, well, there have been accusations that the DOJ has been slow-walking this investigation. I want to go back to Obama's Department of Justice for a second. I want to talk about Andrew McCabe, who has come under a lot of scrutiny in recent weeks, and there are claims that he leaked, or, well, it's been announced that he leaked a number of things out while he was Deputy Attorney General. I want to ask you a question here, because the allegations that are now coming from Comey and from him, everybody's pointing fingers at each other within the DOJ and within those offices regarding what happened here. I want to get your perspective on this, on who you think was trying to do the right thing, if any of them were trying to do the right thing, in regards to the Clinton email case, the Clinton Foundation case, and everything that happened leading up to the election.
Well, it appears that there is an overhang among DOJ and the FBI that Hillary Clinton was going to win the election, and no one wanted to upset her. But what you do see in the OIG report, which is very telling, it sort of slipped in there among the conclusion that McCabe lied 4 times. The one other key point is that there was a phone call from the Department of Justice to McCabe that tried to impact or shut down the 4 independent FBI investigations that were going on across the country about the Clinton Foundation. Now think about that for a second. Equal treatment under the law? I don't think so. You have DOJ, Obama DOJ, putting their finger on those investigations that they don't go very far with the Clinton Foundation, while you have, on the other hand, everybody looking for something to investigate with respect to Donald Trump.
Let's take a look at this this part of this phone call anyway here, dated August 12, 2016, the McCabe call, and it says McCabe said that a top Obama DOJ official expressed concerns about FBI agents taking overt steps in the Clinton Foundation investigation during the presidential campaign. According to McCabe, he pushed back asking, "Are you telling me that I need to shut down a validly predicted investigation?" Excuse me. What is your thought when you hear that?
Well, it concerns me greatly, and I think you're going to see, hopefully you'll see some of this come out when the OIG comes out with its report in May regarding the Clinton Foundation. But the real question is, who was the person of the Department of Justice who made the call to Andrew McCabe, and on what authority did that person make the call to try to chill those investigations that the FBI had undertaken, not just in one city, but 4 cities?
And just to explain this to people, you've got McCabe that was leaking information that it appears he was trying to make himself look more credible as he oversaw these 2 investigations into the Clinton Foundation. And then over at the Justice Department, you've got Loretta Lynch at the helm, who's meeting with Bill Clinton on the tarmac. And now McCabe is saying that the DOJ was asking him to get rid of a valid investigation into Hillary Clinton. This is exactly why this is such a big deal, because now McCabe is pointing the finger over the DOJ saying, look, I'm not crooked, but they're telling me to get rid of an investigation that held water, and this all comes after Loretta Lynch meets with Bill Clinton on the tarmac. This is big stuff.
And how does this end? That's the question.
Well, the question is how it ends is when you work up the food chain. So the next step is to identify who at DOJ made the phone call to McCabe and on what authority was that phone call made, because it does all tie together around the circumstances around a tarmac meeting. And you also have indications that both Comey and McCabe are at odds as to whether McCabe had authority to leak information. But putting all that aside, the more important part is who ordered putting their finger on the scale to squelch these investigations over the Clinton Foundation. That was a big deal, because you're talking about 4 separate independent FBI investigations, and basically the chill was on, and the finger on the scale was on.
And it's worth noting that when this all first started coming out, people started talking about this, everybody laughed it off, especially on the left. And now you've got all this information, and they're all pointing fingers at each other, saying, well, it was him, it was her, it was him. It's very interesting. Ed, thank you so much for coming on this morning. We appreciate it.
Share, like, subscribe, and comment down below, and let me know how you feel about this report. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Let's make America great again. Peace.